Heartland Sports with Jess Todd. Sponsored by Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
SEMO men's basketball took the court for the first time since winning the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament Championship today. Championship came on Sunday, a remarkable run and historic one for the Redhawks, has them preparing for the NCAA tournament for the first time in over 2 decades. Coach Korn said the ability to extend the season with this group in particular is pretty special. Even though SEMO won't know their opponent until Sunday during the selection show, the Redhawks are no strangers to focusing on themselves after 4 different opponents in 4 days during the OVC tournament.
That's really what we've done the last couple of weeks, honestly, is to focus more on us as opposed to the opponent, especially with the tournament style, 4 games in 4 days. You didn't have a ton of time to prepare for the other team. It's more about making sure your team is right mentally, physically, spiritually, within the aura of the team. So that's really what we focused on a lot the last couple of weeks and really in the conference tournament because it was 4 games in 4 days.
Well, the tournament style definitely suits the Redhawks. They proved that. So watch out if they get hot, no matter who is on the other side of the bracket come next week. Time to recap our highlight of the day from the Redhawks season. Another milestone that SEMO hit for the first time in 23 years. Their best start to a season in that span. 3-0 for the first time since the 1999-2000 team. That same Redhawks squad who also made the big dance for the first time. Pretty special company to keep, and it's no wonder this group was drawing comparisons from just the first few weeks of the season. Opening wins against South Florida, Lyon College, and Evansville in that order. And then the Redhawks would even go off to tip it 5-1 to start things. If injuries hadn't gotten in the way, who knows just how impressive that stretch could have gotten. But now looking back, I'm sure SEMO wouldn't change a thing with how it all played out. And it's hard to believe that baseball season is already here. The college things and SEMO getting things started. But on the baseball front elsewhere, Cape Catfish with some big news today. Scott Little has been announced as the new team manager. Little is a Scott City native who's been associated with several major league organizations for nearly 40 years. Little is excited about the opportunity to be back at home coaching.
This is home. This area is my home. I've lived in Scott City since 1981, but that's where I grew up. I went to school and come home to this area. I played ball and came home to this area, and I started coaching. So it's awesome.
Little takes over from Stephen Larkin, who had managed the team since its inaugural season in 2019. Larkin stepped down due to personal circumstances. But Little's experience with 5 different MLB organizations is sure to help a Catfish team that is already one of the most successful in the Prospect League. 113 wins after only a handful of seasons. Can't wait to see what he can do with the yellow and green this summer. And as I mentioned, SEMO baseball already in the swing of things, wrapping up a series against Indiana State at home at Capaha today. They had a 2-run lead in the 8th inning, but some good pieces of hitting from the Sycamores took a lead themselves thanks to a 3-run home run. How about Danny Sperling, though, holding down the defense at third base, the hot corner, what a play, dives and make it. So can SEMO get some offense going in the 9th inning to get things back? That'll help Javon Mason with the walk down to first base. So they got things moving. But then comes Caleb Rogers to the plate, just can't quite get his bat around on that one for the K. Indiana State gets the win 7-4, but SEMO will be back at it this weekend with another home series against Butler. We'll see if they can right the ship in that one. They've been pretty successful to start this year.